Hi guys, welcome back to Bodies and Beyond. My name is Elizabeth Mini, and today we are talking about a conversation that I have honestly been working on for a very long time, and I'm glad you guys are part of this. Before that, let me shout out our sponsors. This episode and another one that's coming later is made possible by Kenya Human Rights Commission. They've been supporting us a lot, and I'm really grateful that they are supporting rights online and offline. And as I said, this conversation is about creating digital spaces that are safe for all of us. And I am going to be hosting someone very important, she's online. I love her content, and I'm really glad she's my guest today. Again, welcome to Bodies and Beyond. So as I said, today we are diving into a conversation that I think some of us have experienced. First of all, welcome to Bodies and Beyond.
Thank you so much.
I'm really glad to have you. So guys, this is Kish.
Hi guys, my name is Benevolence Akini Odhiambo. I'm a fourth-year student at the University of Nairobi, a digital creator. I identify as a plus-size girl, and also I'm a mental health advocate. Yeah.
Ooh, I love that. Also advocate for mental health a lot. I talk about it a lot, honestly.
To start with, I create lifestyle content including body positivity, mental health, life activities daily, outfit of the day, get ready with me, just everything revolving around me, school, home, everything basically. And I started creating content immediately after my high school, which I was just doing because of the influence of everyone was creating content immediately after high school, and everyone wanted to be seen in the digital space. So I was like, interesting, let me just do this. But mentally, I wasn't prepared to like what was there ahead of me. I didn't have the pros and the cons. So I was just like posting because people are posting. And then after I think 1 month down the line, immediately after our results were released, I think I also did a video, and then someone stitched it. I won't mention the name, and a friend of mine recreated the video, and because she's like a petite, so she did with she used filters to like enlarge her body parts, her tummy, her hips and all that. And then she was like mimicking what I was doing, and it was so very obvious that that was me, because I was the school president in our school.
Yeah.
So like she was trying to mimic how I used to like talk in the assembly when I was like telling them what they're supposed to do from the school administration and all that. And she was a celebrity, yeah. So the video went viral, the comments were all over. And I think that's when that was like the first moment I was outside actually there in the digital space. But now that was like in my, I think the people that were interacting with my content were mostly the people that I was with in the same high school. Yeah. So after that, I had to deactivate my account. I created another account, the same trolls, you don't look your age and all that. I also deactivated the account. So it's been a journey of activating, deactivating, activating and deactivating, until this year I also posted on my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
And the photos went viral because I was wearing a backless dress. And now you see, there's a way they always feel like as a plus size you're supposed to wear free outfits like maternity, and I really don't get the point. So yeah, it was a short dress, a backless, and everyone was like, you someone even said niko na mabawa kwa mgongo, matiti iko nyuma si mbele, and I'm like, guys, calm down. And also the fact that TikTok allowed people to comment with photos, so you're just seeing funny photos there. So I think that's been my journey so far.
So thank you for sharing your journey, and honestly, I saw the photos with the dress. I think they look fire. I liked that photo. I remember that time on Instagram. I even saw them on TikTok. So you've shared to us your journey, how it's been like. It's been highs and lows, and I would want to know, first of all, what did you decide to create this kind of content? How does it speak to you as a person? And also, when you started, you thought it was going to be, as you've said before, you're very confident, which I admire, by the way. And you have self-awareness. You knew this is a kind of a person I am. But then when you got into content creation and the journey itself, you felt it wasn't the same way you expected. It was much, much deeper. So you can speak to us about that, and also bring in the aspect of what kind of comments exactly, or when we talk about bullying and online trolling, you know, how is it for you? What kind of comments do you see on a daily? How do those comments make you feel? Yes.
I draw my inspiration from, there's this model, she's called Sam Gasheni. Instagram is a Tech Nation. She's a plus size model, and I really love her content, like, but yeah, she's way older than me. So I think she has already dealt with all this. So like right now she's okay. And if you actually go through her page, you won't see like the trolls anymore, because now she has already established her own community. Yeah, so I think when you're talking about trolling and cyberbullying, for me, I'd say aside from the comments, and like you see, even right now, if I'm to comment on your page, someone will actually find something to like say about me, and in real sense, it's you we are talking about in the comment section. So there's a time I saw someone saying, Ati, what did the plus size queens do to you? Because we can't even express our opinions anymore, because I'm there commenting and someone is like, anaingia kwa profile yangu, so like she's checking or is checking, and then is like using it against you, and I'm like, who? It's not me, we're talking about this person. So that aside, also we have like the message requests, and at the moment I think I have 276, and most of them I just look at them and I'm like, who? So you took your phone, you just decided to like send this message to me. So aside from the comments, the people actually slide. The people are like confident enough to like just slide in your DMs to like throw a shade. And also that aside, just in the digital space also, I think people also recreating your photos, like, and in the comment section, now people using your photos. Yeah.
And let me ask something, a follow-up question. You say that the creator that you follow, your inspiration, she's lived through the bullying to a point where she just built a community. Now she's okay. Is that the reality for most plus-size creators? Is that the reality for maybe someone who wants to get into content creation? Do you think they have to go through a phase where you are, you know, constantly bullied to a point where now people start being positive towards your content?
I think it's the saddest reality. There's always that starting point, and I feel like the reason why it gets to a point where people stop, it's because they see you're like okay with what you're doing, you're okay with who you are, you don't like reply back to what they comment, you don't report the accounts, you don't block, like you're just okay with whatever they do. If anything, you're actually laughing at them. So I think it gets to a point and you're just like, they're just like, really, we can't put her down, because I really can't understand why 3 years down the line, like you're getting trolls, and then like 4 years later, now no one is actually doing like shady comments in like your page. So I feel like you have to start, they have to like test you. How strong are you? Like, can you accommodate this? And now the thing is, the moment they see like you're getting like aggressive and like defensive, every time people comment and then you're there, you're like back to back, back forth. They're like, oh, you're not okay with yourself. Let us show you. So I feel like it gets to a point, and that's what I'm saying. It has to be. It has to start with you. Once you're confident in yourself, then they're definitely going to stop.
I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again on record. I think it's very unfair to expect other people to grow skin, a thick skin to your trolling, bullying, to you just being hateful to them. Someone comes online, they want to create content, and then we start telling them, but you should be confident in yourself. Ignore the haters. Mbona haters were up in the first place? You may just don't get. I feel like it's like a whole process, and the main cause, the people hating on you and trolling and saying all these nasty things. That is where it should start, not you accepting them for who they are and then you changing to accommodate their hateful whatever. It's very unfair, honestly. Yes, that is all I was gonna say. Let me ask my next question. So the next question is, so you've spoken to us about trolling online. Have you gone through any other sort of online violence? You know, like people stalking you, sharing your details, sharing your photos online, such things?
So far, so good. I think no. Do I really remember? I think I haven't experienced that. Mine has just been pseudo accounts, people like that I don't know. Because you see, if someone has like 10 followers and they don't have a profile picture and the account is private as well, you really can't say who this person is. But lucky, I feel like these are people that we know, because why would you specifically like come to me with the like 10 followers, 5 followers? I know you. Yeah, I know you. I feel like I haven't experienced that. But like threats here and there, yeah.
So you've
weird
experienced
enough,
threats?
yeah.
But what do they say?
It was very, very like personal.
Oh,
Like I feel like at this point I can't like share it right now. Maybe in the next, once I deal with it, I think I'll be confident enough to share it online.
That's okay. So I think when we talk about online violence, I think the first thing and the most common one maybe is online bullying, trolling. Those are like the most common, you know. But then I feel like there are people who experience more. So there is where people use right now, especially with AI, it's a lot. It's just so bad right now because people just like go to any sort of AI and give them this weird prompt, and sometimes it's like things they imagine you are, and then they just prompt it, and then this image comes. I remember Taylor Swift went through that. It was a whole week of like people bullying her on Twitter, but it's like people would go and then prompt AI to create images of her, and with like certain features like bigger boobs, and then this is like really dancing with guys, and it's so weird. And I'm like, how would you even think of such a thing? It's just so weird. Can you imagine just like sitting and thinking about this person in that way? I mean, it's not even the photo anymore. You're thinking of certain things to enlarge, and people would now spread those photos online. And remember, it was a whole thing on X. And also there's where now people start stalking you. I think it happens a lot with celebrities. So they would stalk your house, your details, your numbers, share them online. Those are also all forms of violence that people experience, and they should not be there, honestly. And you've spoken to us before about there's a way you've learned to handle this kind of hate online. But then there's also, first of all, I would like you to share with us how you've been handling it so far, how it's working for you. And also if you've received any kind of support from creators, you know, people who do maybe the same content, your friends or something of the sort.
I have went through it though, like in the digital space. To a point where I was like, I'm no longer going to like post. So I had to like deactivate, and then I archived my posts on Instagram, and I deactivated my account as well because I didn't realize, like, aside from other things that I was dealing with, this whole issue of being bullied online because of my physical appearance had like taken so much like damage on my mental health. So like I got sick from last year, I think around March to December. I was in a mental facility for all those months, and I think to me it was a bad phase of my life, because just being in the hospital, injections, pills, and just dealing with everything, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, self-harm, depression, bipolar 2 disorder. So it was just everything all at once. And when I realized I was having a problem with my own image, I actually started to like cut myself. So it's like I really can't explain why I used to harm myself, or like I can't explain the thought process of I was doing this to feel better about myself, because looking at it right now, I don't think it was actually helping me like make any change with how I was looking like. And also I think with the support, it was bad because when I was actually starting, even my like some of my family members were like commenting, because when we're like, we could go for a maybe family event and someone is like, don't give her food, like, don't you see she's too big for her age and all that. And like, even in the space where your family members are, people are supposed to be like protecting you, they're like telling you this, and you're like, calm down, guys. Yeah. So I feel like my biggest support so far so good has been my mom.
Yeah.
And my mom has really like pushed me, because I remember there's a time I couldn't wear like so many outfits. I used to just wear like baggy t-shirts, baggy trousers, but right now I wear everything, anything, anywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm so confident. Yeah. So she helped me with decluttering my closet, and like I got new outfits.
Yeah.
And also that aside, I think the therapy sessions did help. And that's when, like you say, you can't actually get help if you haven't realized you have a problem.
Yeah.
So it was good that something happened, and I came to realize that I actually didn't accept myself way back. And even when I was getting into the digital space, I wasn't confident enough. That's why like everything people used to do used to affect the way I view myself as a person.
Okay.
So it got to a point where I actually started working out, not eating, starving, consuming ginger, lemon, these theories, do this, do this.
Okay.
And I actually got alphas again. So I was like, I'm so tired. Like, why can't I be just like a small girl, like a normal person?
Yeah.
And like every time I'm hanging out also with my friends, I feel like they look way much better than I am. So like I don't want to hang out with them, because I feel like they have like the standard beauty, the one people identify with. Like as a girl, you must have a thin waist, hips, and all that. So yeah.
Honestly, shared with us what the kind of things you went through, and first of all, I'm really sorry. And let me say, I like your style a lot. Okay, I've seen you in school. It's really, really cool, honestly.
Yeah.
I love that you did whatever you did with your closet. Maybe you can let me know that behind the scenes. Anyway, so after experiencing all this hate on the online platforms, why did you decide to stay or even come back to the space?
To start with, I feel like I really wanted to like shed light on whatever people are going through behind the scenes, like behind the trolls, behind the online bullying. And the reason I made a major comeback is because I really wanted to have a community of like people that I can like just tell them, if I went through this and I managed, you can also do it.
Yeah. So
me coming back was just because I really wanted to help other people. And the first major thing I did is I created a thrift store online where I just sell plus size outfits, and I am the model. So like I inspire them on like whatever I dress is what like you can dress as a plus size girl. So me coming back really was because I really wanted to motivate other plus size women outside there, and even creators that are like creating this kind of content, and just to tell them that you're not alone and you can actually do this, and it doesn't matter at all.
I'd want to know, throughout your journey, has someone reached out to you and told you, look, you've inspired me so much, I'm glad you represent us plus size girl, or any other?
Yeah, interestingly, yes. I think so far I have like I've actually lost the count. The number of times I open my message request and they just say, hey, my name is, and I want you to be my best friend. I love your content and all that. And it motivates me a lot. And aside from people who want to be like my friends because of the content I put outside there, I've also like, I have like creators, like for example, funny enough, the creator I was talking about, she's like, she has 100K plus followers on Instagram, and so she's a star. To me, she's a star, yes. And once in a, if I post, she like slides and she's like, oh, I love the dress, at least like you're getting better. So that has also motivated me that at the end of the day, someone is actually seeing what I'm doing outside there, and they're feeling better about themselves.
I like that. That should actually inspire you to go out more. I think it's seeing that you actually creating an impact in someone's life is really amazing. Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you so much for sharing your journey, your experience, what it's been like for you. So I'd want to know, what do you think people should do differently? Anyone using any platform? Because I think accountability starts at a personal level. What do you think people should do differently to create safer spaces, and especially for women?
First things first, kindness is very, very important. And as a person, let me just start with as a person, you as a person, kindly learn the virtue to be kind to yourself and to others, because most of the times I see people trolling other people, I feel like it's a reflection of their pain, and like really like you're also going through it. So I don't know why I'm like me being in this space is actually offensive to you, because there's an option of like scrolling, not like blocking. So if you don't love my content, if you don't resonate with someone else's content, you have an option of not like liking, commenting and following. So kindness is number one. Kindly be kind to others and even to yourself. Also number two, if you see someone, like there's an option of also reporting, blocking. And that's also like it's advisable. If you see like someone trolling me on my page, you can just report the account. So the more they report, the more their account is getting banned. And that aside, I don't know, but I feel like social media should just have stricter regulations for those who like troll other people. But now I don't know how they're gonna accommodate all languages, because you also have like, you'll find there's a page where people actually commented like not like English, Swahili, Sheng, like other languages. So maybe if you report, I don't know if they really understand whatever's been said there, so maybe they take it lightly, but they should like have stricter regulations on the social spaces where like people can just report these accounts and like immediate, like they should react immediately. They shouldn't even wait at him or they have to check. No, it's okay, someone is bullying me, like guys act.
I get the point. So to add on to that, I recently attended a roundtable by Kenya ICT Network, but they shout out to them, and they were just talking about technology facilitated digital based violence. And one of the questions I asked was, why is it that people who experience hate, they're most likely to hate on other people? And one of the guys told me it's because they never really get to go through healing. So it's easier to spew it on someone else. And that is what I am hearing from everything you've said. Most of the time, someone giving you hate is someone who probably hates something about themselves. They're not confident enough. They feel like by tearing you down, they'll feel better about themselves. And it's just a lot to do with your personal feeling as a person. And I like that you said, be kinder to yourself. Because if you love yourself, first of all, before loving someone else, I don't think you would go online and spew hate on someone else. And I would also like to ask this question, and people maybe can answer it in the comments section or something. And my question is, if you don't like someone's content and if you hate them that much, honestly, why would you even comment? Why would you even check their content? Because me, I feel like if I don't like your content, I wouldn't even be following you. You wouldn't even be on my FYP. Because I feel like social media sort of just gives you what you're looking for. So if you're not into certain type of content, you will never really see it on your page. So it means this person is literally looking for you, coming to your DMs and texting you. And everything I've had is like just people trying to tear you down for something you're good at. If you show them, and the way you said, if you show them you're really confident and good in what you do, and every time they keep commenting and giving hate, you never like respond to it, you'll get to a point, people who are trolling you be like, oh, I'm so inspired, I'm so proud. And it's like, there's so much to discuss. I'm really glad we're having this conversation. And if you forget everything we've said, remember we have a pledge wall, which is what you're going to do as a person to create safer digital spaces for women, girls, men, literally anyone using online spaces. And I think accountability, as I've said before, starts with yourself. If you start by not hating, then there won't be anyone hating, because now everyone is not hating. And as we come to the end, I would like Kish to share a message to someone who is experiencing, maybe who's going through the same thing that you've gone through. What would you tell them?
And to everyone receiving trolls or like negative comments in the social space, know that what they say is a reflection of their pain and not your value. Seek help, get to understand yourself better, love yourself, your story matters. And don't accommodate people who are like trolling you. It's your space. If anything, it's your phone you're using to create the content. So learn to block and follow. And to my plus size queens, if there's something that helps me a lot is I follow people that their content resonates with me. So you'd rarely find me in a page of like not like, I'm not throwing a shade, but a petite content creator, because I'm not that. So like I don't identify with them. So don't like follow people who are like making you feel bad about yourself. If I'm making you feel bad about yourself, you can unfollow me as well. Yeah. And also to everyone, I'll just repeat what I said. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Yeah. Natupendane. Yeah.
So first of all, thank you, Kish, for coming and for sharing your story. I think it's such an inspiration to, and especially young people who sort of get into creating content, or even you're just maybe online doing your thing. Honestly, you know, there's a lot you can do, and you're just living and existing. And you, as we've said before, you go there without, you don't really realize how deep this is, and you get to experience it, and it's like there's a lot going on because you have to process everything. And I feel like you might be very confident, but then if something is repeatedly said to you, it might, you know, start affecting you in a way. And you've shared some of the ways you've overcome this, how it's been for you, your journey, and also what creators can do. And I hope it's my hope that people are supporting you, and if someone comes to you with the same sentiments, you'll also be able to support them. Yeah. So we're going to do the pledge roll as we come to the end of this. So pledge roll is basically just what will you do as a person to create safer spaces for all of us. You know, everyone is using digital spaces right now. What are you going to do to make sure that the next person is not experiencing hate? I'm going to start. So for me, I'm going to report any account that I feel spread hateful comments, hateful content, all of this. There's actually a way you can do that, especially on TikTok. You just click report the account, and there's like a drop down of what they've done. So you just click on, maybe they're spreading hateful comments or whatever, and instantly they're suspended. I think that's a very good thing they have. And I think it's also there on X. I'm not sure of Instagram. Yes.
For me, I'm going to continue to create safer spaces online and offline, because online aside, also physically, like outside here, they go through a lot, especially with Watu Wandudi. Oh my God, they always have something to say. Yeah. So that aside, also, I'm going to continue using my space to share my stories, and also working towards building a community where we can actually then catch up, pop up and all that. Like, I have a whole plan in my head, and I'm going to continue being part of this journey. Yeah,
that is amazing. Also, did I say thank you for coming? This is really amazing.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for being part of Bodies and Beyond. This is two-part podcast on ending digital violence against women, girls, and men. And I am honestly hoping that this episode and the next one that's coming is going to be impactful. You should really look out for the next one that's coming, because you're going to be talking to an expert, and we're discussing deeply what forms of digital violence there are and how to be vigilant as a creator and someone who is honestly using the digital spaces. So thank you for being part of this. Remember to share your comments and your pledges on the pledge wall. I will include it down in the comments. Again, thank you so much for being an amazing audience. Yes, see you. Bye.